It is now time for our Sunrise Smart Start.
Protests continued in Rochester last night to signify the group's call for justice for the Prude family. The group gathering at the Liberty Pole in downtown Rochester. The protesters marching through downtown, calling on the community for action. No arrests were made.
Rochester Police Chief Cynthia Harriet Sullivan and Mayor Lovely Warren will host a telephone town hall meeting about the city's plan for police reform. The city has released a draft plan in response to the governor's executive order last June. The town hall is set for this Sunday at 6 and is open to everyone. You can sign up on the City of Rochester website.
A Pennsylvania man was arrested on Wednesday in connection with the killing of a Rochester man in October of 2020. According to police, 26-year-old Stephen Barrios Rivera was charged with second-degree murder for the shooting and killing of 33-year-old David Alvarez. Police say on October 31st, Alvarez was shot 13 times in a parking lot on Clinton Avenue. Barrios Rivera is currently being held in Pennsylvania, we're told, and will be extradited back to Rochester.
School 29 in Rochester is closed this morning because of a COVID outbreak. The district is reporting 8 cases of the virus, including an employee who has died. The school will move to remote learning for the remainder of the week. The district will also offer COVID testing for students, parents, and staff members. The Rochester City School District welcoming students in grades 9 through 12 back for in-person learning today for the first time since last March. And seniors are looking ahead to college.
They certainly are. Eric Acosta is live at the Northeast College High School in Rochester with a look at why some may be changing their college plans during this pandemic. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Leo. Well, a lot of the students you mentioned, juniors and seniors, they're getting ready to look at their plans for the future, their plans for college. Counselors told us that with SUNY recently waiving an application fee for low-income families, it's really going to help advance these students in their careers. She says that fee is usually $50, a lot for some families, especially in a pandemic. So without that and without the process of applying, that can be tedious at times. Crystal Clark with Rochester City School District says this is going to encourage more applications. Right now, a lot of students are just unsure. Clark says the biggest trend this year with the college search, more students are applying closer to home. Another guidance counselor from Gananda says she agrees many applications aren't down, but more students are definitely unsure about what they're committing to. And as I mentioned, those who normally wouldn't consider staying in Rochester are applying locally just to cover all the bases. Now for that, as far as that SUNY waiver, that fee, as I mentioned, is $50. Students are allowed to apply up to 7 colleges. That's $350 normally if it weren't waived. So this is really going to help these families. For now in Rochester, Eric Cost, News 8.
All right, Eric, thank you so much for that.
Significant savings there. Saved a little bit on the chill yesterday. Not as lucky today, Josh.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. And we've got some clouds out there as well as we look at our live shot here from the Charlotte Genesee Lighthouse. Those are lake effect clouds, actually, with a bit of a chilly breeze. A little bit of a different day than yesterday, that's for sure. Good morning to you in Canandaigua. You're at 31. Good morning, Grace. You're at 32. And good morning to York. You're at 30 right now. It does feel like 22 when you factor in a little bit of a breeze. We've got some clouds out there right now. I do think we'll at least see some partial sunshine going into this afternoon. Nothing more than a rogue flurry well northeast of Rochester this morning. Temperatures today top out in the mid-30s, dropping into the 20s tonight. Let's see what's happening on the roads right now. We'll get a check of that sunrise traffic with Austin Scott.
Good morning. Well, looking at the highways right now, on the east side, 104 and 590 looking like they're running on time. 490 looks like it's up to speed all the way across the city. And on the west side, 390 and 531, no delays to speak of. So everything's looking clear. You should expect your regular commute. From the Warm 101.3 Traffic Center, I'm Austin Scott. Back to you.
Austin, thank you so much. Well, the debate over raising the minimum wage is gaining some steam as lawmakers in Washington on both sides of the aisle weigh the benefits and consequences of bringing the minimum wage up to $15 an hour.
Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson has the latest.
The current minimum wage is $7.25. This proposal would increase it to $15 an hour by 2025. Lawmakers on both sides agree America's workers need a raise. It's just a matter of how much and how soon. As the House prepares to vote on President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill, Democrats like New York Congressman Hakeem Jeffries wants to keep a provision in the bill that would increase the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour.
The notion that we have people working for $7.25 an hour, which is the current federal minimum wage, is egregious.
Democrats in the Senate plan to use a process called reconciliation to advance the bill. It only requires a simple majority vote, but there are concerns as to if the minimum wage increase can be tied to COVID relief legislation. Budget Chairman Senator Bernie Sanders weighs in.
But God knows there are tens of millions of workers now who are dependent on raising that minimum wage, and I hope we're able to do it.
Republican Senators Joni Ernst and Roger Marshall are concerned the increase could hurt businesses in their states and across the country.
We would see the loss of 1.4 million jobs across the United States.
One size doesn't fit all. I think that's very, very obvious.
The House is expected to vote on President Biden's COVID relief bill tomorrow, and we can expect a lot of debate. In Washington, Rashad Hudson, back to you.
All right, thank you, Rashad. Well, Facebook has banned the Myanmar military from using its platforms as weeks of mass demonstrations continue in the Southeast Asian country.
The Myanmar military launching a coup back on February 1st after alleged fraud during the November election. 3 protesters and 1 police officer have been killed in violence at rallies. The U.S. tech giant said it would also ban all military-linked commercial entities from advertising on its platforms. Well, CVS is boosting its efforts to vaccinate the public.
The drugstore chain says it's adding a half a dozen new states to the list of places people can get vaccinated. Florida, Ohio, and Pennsylvania are among the latest states to join the growing list. According to CVS, people can now get vaccines in 17 states.
A significant milestone for Johnson & Johnson's coronavirus vaccine. Federal health officials say J&J's vaccine candidate is 66% effective overall and more than 80% effective at preventing severe COVID. The FDA also said J&J's one-shot regimen could help speed up the vaccination process because it is 1 dose instead of 2.
An exclusive 2-week window for the nation's smallest employers to apply for the Paycheck Protection Program is now open. Self-employed workers and independent contractors are also eligible under the new guidelines. Small businesses that have already received funds can revise loan amounts under the new rules as well.
All right, let's get a look at some news from around the state this morning. A former state aide is accusing Governor Cuomo of sexual harassment.
Yeah, Lindsay Boylan published her story on Medium.com. The former aide claiming the harassment began in 2017 on the governor's jet, where he would allegedly compare her body to his then-girlfriend and offer to play strip poker. Boylan says the governor even went so far as to kiss her on the lips after a meeting. She first came forward about the claims back in December on Twitter. The governor has denied the allegations.
A memorial service is scheduled for tomorrow honoring the 3 National Guard soldiers who died last month in that helicopter crash in Mendon. 54-year-old Stephen Skoda of Rochester, 39-year-old Christian Koch of Honeoye Falls, and 30-year-old Daniel Pryall of Rochester, all killed when that helicopter crashed while on a routine training mission. The service is not open to the public. It will begin at 2 o'clock at the Frederick Douglass Greater Rochester International Airport.
Well, the time now 6:55, 30 degrees. Temperatures are going up, but not quite where they were yesterday, right, Josh?
Not to 54 degrees the way we were yesterday in Rochester. And today we're talking about temperatures into the 30s, which is just about typical for this time of year. The normal high is 36. By the way, yesterday's warmth, we hadn't seen that since December the 12th. So definitely was a long time coming. The areas that melted during the course of the overnight yesterday have since refrozen, so keep in mind there are a few slick spots out there this morning. Not a whole lot of sun out there this morning with some lake effect clouds as seen here at the Port of Rochester, but I think there will be at least some intervals of sun before the day is out. We look back to the west and we can see a few breaks, but the cold front that delivered this chunk of chill now well to our east. So we're actually in pretty good shape. Not as much wind, but not nearly as warm. Just keep that in mind as you head out the door today.
All right, thank you so much, and thank you for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update is coming up in just about 25 minutes. CBS This Morning is up next. Be safe and have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and our apps for both news and weather.